Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and otherwise,
Should a
to
spectator.
the greatest game of all, Yerth. Prepare to witness a spectacle of pure embarrassment. We will begin now.
Welcome, one and all, to the first
Second.
the first recorded casual Yerth game.
Didn't we already do this?
I haven't officially recorded a.
We've streamed one.
Yeah, we've streamed one, but whatever. It's just more exciting to say the first.
I wish I could see the scoreboard.
So today we've got the first match of the Jimmy versus Larri team, which is going.
Which one's Larry?
I think Larri was gonna be the hunter team. So Jimmy is the first seeker team.
Dude, why are both the Seekers wearing trim that looks like hunters? This is the stupidest thing ever. We're off to a bad start already.
That's Owen's opinion.
Wait, which one is Larry again? Hunters or Seekers?
Larri is the seekers.
Okay, well, Larry is off to an embarrassing start, and I'm ashamed that these people are representing me in any way, shape, or form. Is that the new guy playing with Henry?
No.
Who's Bio?
No, Bio is Rigdon. So that we all.
My
know
grandson is playing with Henry.
This Grander Days. This is Boston. That's not actually his name. That's just his username. He just joined today, so everyone potentially watching this knows that for context. This is his first game. This is our first casual game of the Jimmy versus Larri
Is this the
team.
regular chat?
No.
The one for hunters?
We're the commentators.
Hey, is this the right?
The inexperience of your players is really showing through right now. We apologize to our viewers. He's still here?
I don't know. I think he's.
I'm gonna keep insulting him if he's not here.
So the way the Jimmy versus Larri teams are gonna work is every time we do a casual match, it's just randomized which one's on the Jimmy and Larri team, and we'll just keep track of the record of that. But it doesn't technically mean anything. It's just a way to.
It does mean something though, because it'll prove Larry's
the castle,
supremacy.
It is the Castle Jimmy versus Castle Larri rivalry.
Oh, they're just going now.
We're off.
Okay.
Begin.
All right, let's see. Larry team, we got them going in the same general direction. Bio's heading towards the color areas, which have stones that are only turned on by daytime at the temple. And we have Henry, who is Floppy Turtle, going towards the gamma area towards Yoskow.
So this is Bio is Landon, and he seems to be going for the Connor Gambit, which is named after myself. I'm Connor. This is what I used to do at the start of every game. We can see in the chat there which class the hunters picked, so those are the upgrade items they
Quick
get.
note here, Henry's running past the Fizzy Stone, which is unusual to do if you're going to come over to Yoskow area early game.
Yeah, so he's not getting the Fizzy Stone, which is interesting.
Kind of a beta move if you ask me, even though he's in Gamma and not in the beta area.
It looks like Landon is having to hide out here because a hunter was running past him, I think.
Not Hunter. Henry has entered the Kremlin and is going to get the People Stone. He is already at the top using the elevator that there is in the Kremlin.
Okay, so we can see that Spiral here, Rigdon is his name. He's playing the Assassin class for Hunter, which gives him this mob skull. The reason that matters is because it will hide you from the locator maps that the Seekers have, so they have no way of seeing where he is right now. So he can obviously sneak up on them really easily, get some bad surprises.
Fun fact about the Desolate Stone is it's not a color stone, even though the gray color of the Exile Lands is literally right next to the colors. Yerth creators Sam and Connor didn't really know what they were doing before I came along.
I don't have an argument for that.
Also, another point here, Henry has gotten the People Stone at the top of the Kremlin and has gotten a feather falling potion or slow falling, whatever it is, to jump down, and is now running towards the Terrence Dwarven area. He's going towards the beta direction. Gamma Tower has been activated, and that is actually where Henry is, roughly. He's not exactly in it, but he's close to being detected if he's not careful.
Yeah, so the Gamma Tower is one of the 4 radar towers. The hunters can just activate one of 4 of those. Well, they can activate any of them, but there's 4 of them, and they basically give you a rough idea of where the Seekers are. They're basically just in each corner of the map. and they just have a certain radius.
Henry is running around Yugoslavia, which is about a life-size replica of the actual country. We did research. And he's going to get this. Is it the Strange Stone?
Yes, this is the strange stone. So the way the stones work is you can see the scoreboard we have on the right side there. That is showing you who has collected however many stones. However, the stones only count as an actual point if they turn them in at the safe
Oh,
zone.
Connor, we have action. Spiral is in Yugoslavia as well.
Oh, we have
Watching Henry's moves. We got a hunter-seeker showdown here.
Okay, let's see.
Henry has quite the head start on him, though. I believe is Spiral the one with the assassin class? Did you say?
Yes, it is.
You can see the skull on his head, so you can't see where he is, which is very helpful for him in the first 5 minutes because the seeker maps have locations on the hunters
So we can
in
see
that duration.
Henry went to the other side of the map, which is how the wall works. It just sends you to the other side. Somehow Rigdon did not see him. Oh, he turned around. He saw him. See, Henry is famous for his wall juking, which is when you pretend to go to one side of the wall, but then you quickly go back to the other side. So we might see Henry coming back to this side soon.
Most distinguished Yerthers will point out that that strategy is really dumb and people should stop doing it because, my gosh.
Oh, it
it's
looks
annoying.
like Henry decided to throw his Ender
Bio seems to be heading perhaps for the Blossom Stone here, which gives him a lot of options past that. He could go towards the ocean for the Slippy Stone, and then the Grindstone and Fortify. He could go and get the Horrible Stone. He could go into the Ethereal Realm through the Ziggurat, or he could get ready to try and steal daytime for the Seekers early on. Gamma has been activated again, which is odd because that's already happened once.
Who are the? Who's the other hunter? Forgot.
I have no idea.
Oh,
it's the two that are not on the stone scoreboard. Bio is heading for the Slippy Stone, which is in this ship in the ocean.
Yep, so we can see him get the Slippy Stone for all our viewers.
Oh wait, they can't see what I'm doing, can they?
No. It's only recording my. I'm
Well,
teleporting to them.
It's a good thing I'm a very descriptive guy.
I'm teleporting to them whenever you mention it most of the time. Okay, so we just saw him get the Slippy Stone. Let's see what Henry's doing.
25 minutes remaining.
25 is popped, so Temple is enabled to switch to daytime so Seekers can get color stones. And compasses, the hunters can activate those to have the direction in which the Seeker closest to spawn is.
And so that we can clarify how the scoring works.
I was
so
about to get grind.
You can see with the scoreboard, it says they have 6, but I have not updated the actual scoreboard yet. I think Henry's about to disconnect. He's having okay, never mind. So they have 7 now, but the reason I have not changed the scoreboard is because they haven't actually turned in any of the stones yet. So they have to bring them back to the middle of the map. And each stone that they turn in back to the safe zone, we call it, those are the points that actually count. So the stone scoreboard there is so you can keep track of which ones they've collected. But I will update the scoreboard once they turn them in.
Stay on. Let's split ourselves between the Seekers so I can tell you when something's happening. Alright, Bio might be heading for the Ziggurat or Horrible Land. I could see either. The Ethereal Realm is good because you can get into the Lava Fortress for the Lava Fortress Throne, which gives you resistance to fire, and also the Spire Stone. But he is going for Horrible Land, where he can get the Horrible Stone and potentially wall from here to continue.
This is the Rune Stone that Henry is about to get here. This is a really common one. It's very manageable. He is close to the Steamy Stone and the Slither Stone and the City Stone as well. Those are the stones in this kind of hotspot area. Looks like he's getting a Holy Meat. There are 7 Holy Meats, and if you turn in all 7 of them, you get really crazy power-ups as Seekers, basically. Henry very often gets at least like 3 or 4 of the Holy Meats, so I'm not surprised to see him doing that. Let's see what Bio's up to. Okay.
He is probably running for the Ziggurat, because if he was walling, he would have done it. Or he might be trying to run all the way to the castle for Fortified. Has Temple been used yet?
Temple has not been activated.
That is very odd. Usually as a hunters, you want to have somebody ready to get Compass and Temple immediately on the 5-minute mark. That can change a little when you have the assassin class because it's easier to get seekers in the first 5 minutes if they don't know where you are on their maps. But I would at least have somebody ready to get temple right off the bat at 5 minutes. Very important to have temple. All the color stones are very manageable to get and are just easy points when it's daytime, so you don't want daytime. There's also the Aztec stone. Bio's running along the Holy Meats wall, and he might be gunning it for Temple, hoping he can beat out the hunters who have been really lax on trying to get it.
It looks like Henry might be running to turn in the holy stake that he already collected, because each time even if you don't turn in all 7 of them, each one you turn in, you get a golden apple as well. So Henry really likes to use those golden apples too. Golden apples also stack, so if you eat multiple golden apples, they'll give you a bunch of extra hearts. And that
Bio's making a tactical mistake, I think. He seems to be going for the fortified maybe, but the temple is right there, and it still has not been activated. And we're closer to 10 minutes than 20, or to 20 minutes than to 25 probably at this point.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That is, I think, a mistake because the fortified stone, if as long as you have an item to get out of the castle in case the hunters are on you, is really easy to get.
Hold on. So we've got Rigdon is chasing down Henry right now with the Holy Meats, so he's not getting the temple, and then our other guy is the person who just joined Boston, so he probably is not going to be on top of the temple. So I think that's what's going on.
All right, in Castle Zack here, Bio can get the Castle Zack throne, which gives him regen, and then the fortified stone is on top. Regen is obviously very helpful.
They are looking snazzy.
And there's the throne.
Yeah. Rejoice for the king. Whatever the rest of that message says, I can't remember.
The king has returned.
Yeah, shut up. Let's see.
Oh, Henry doing one of his wall jukes. Let's see how this. Oh,
no,
did it work?
Please, audience, look away. It's horrible. No one likes it.
Well,
everybody needs to stop doing it.
It did get him a few blocks of a lead, but it didn't exactly work out for him.
All right, so reminder on the throne. So he has the Castle Zack throne. If a hunter wants to disable that regen power, all they have to do is step on the throne. Bio is now thinking of how he wants to leave. If he can get out without having used an Ender Pearl, that is best. He does not want to fall. He's gonna jump down. Try not to die to fall damage. He has to be really low. The temple has still not been activated 20 minutes. This is a record.
No, that actually might be a record. But
the cheese sword. Whoa.
What the heck?
How does he have the cheese sword?
Oh, that's what you get when you use your cheeseling armor. It's not part of.
Oh, okay. I have an item named after Larri's.
We have the first points coming in.
Okay, Bio might actually be going for temple now. I'm going to have a few choice words for the hunters after this round when the audience is not watching, so we can stay monetized on Twitch with all the money we're bringing in with ads, with games like. He's not going for temple. Bio, oh my. It's like,
it should be 3.
From any of my football fans in the audience, for any of the thousands of you, that's like having someone wide open in the end zone and then turning around 180 and throwing it out of bounds in your end zone and giving the team a safety. And then the ball because you have to punt it after a safety. That's what Bio just did. Having the color stones is so good because there are plenty of games where the Seekers never get daytime. So even a couple of color stones is all the difference. And Bio has now passed up on that opportunity several times. And I really question the Hunters still because I don't understand how they have not thought about the temple.
No, it's the new player who's getting it. So
yeah, okay, the new player is showing how terrible our roster is. I mean, we really need some quality control. I've been saying it for years. It's bad.
Now the Seekers are really in for it.
And you can see that the new player, Boston, has picked the Pyromancer class.
So Bio's going for City.
He has this fancy flaming sword that we made, actually that I made, courtesy to Thomas for adding it into the game itself. So as you can see on the scoreboard, they now have 3 points because Henry has, I think we might have an issue. There should be 3 that popped up. There's only 2. I can't imagine he forgot to turn in his 3rd stone. But Henry turned in the stones that he's collected so far, so they have 3 official points.
Bio might be going for Slitherstone here. He seems to be going towards the catapult. So, for honor everybody. All right, so Slitherstone is simple enough. You go through where the arrow from the crossbow is in Jormungandr, the world snake eater. I don't know. And then you climb up through his stomach, which is honestly pretty
Well, hold
bare
on.
bones.
We have
There's
an
only
interesting development. So Henry is going for the winter season power, but we haven't had 15 minutes remaining yet. So the way that works.
another interesting tactic by our Yerthers, and by interesting I mean bad.
So we have the season powers, which is Henry's going up one of them right now. There's 4 for one of each season. These are just powers the Seekers can activate after 15 minutes have passed. Why that's interesting is because 15 minutes haven't passed, as you can see in the chat here. So I think he's just going to camp here. The button will spawn right at that block he's looking at. Winter in particular will give hunters
All-time favorite as well.
Yes, it will give hunters periods of blindness where it makes them much harder to chase down the Seekers. But the way these work is the Seekers can only choose one of the 4, so Henry is choosing the winter power. He will not be able to get the other ones once he activates.
Bio's attempting to leave Jormungandr through his mouth. I hope he's just going to use his Ender Pearl. One interesting thing about Bio's game is he's really not been pressured at all, and he has 9 stones to show for that. He has the starter Pearl out. Every Seeker gets 1 Ender Pearl to start the game, and he has thrown it towards Castle Jimmy. He's going to land.
Where he lands?
Does he land on Castle?
Oh my gosh! That was
okay. Now, if he knows how to get a Castle Jimmy stone, the Shattered Stone, he gets it for free because they have no way of knowing he's here.
I think he might be going for the nope. I thought he was gonna get the Ender Pearl over in that corner. Nope, he's just gonna leave, I guess.
Now, if he goes in and he's able to get the Shattered Stone, this is a very fortunate play for him because he has skipped all of the you can hear the mad laughs of Connor in the background. This is very fortunate for him because he has skipped all of the entrance markers that tell the hunters that he is in Jimmy, so he's really just in here for free.
Yeah,
and they have no way of knowing.
Nobody knows he's here, most likely.
And the hunters will most likely think that if the compass is pointing to Jimmy, that he is around it in some way because they did not see any message pop up.
But it looks like we've got... Oh, we've got the new player Boston coming in.
15 minutes remaining.
All right, this season.
Let's check
so,
on Henry.
The cursed tablets are actually kind of a rare. Are actually kind of a rare occurrence because the hunters have to go get the cursed tablet and then turn them in at the ziggurat for their powers. So we probably won't be seeing that in this game because no one's got one, as far as I'm concerned. Bio adhered to one of the most sacred traditions of Yerth, getting the Oopsies Poopsies fake stone along with the Shattered Stone, and he is leaving Castle Jimmy through the sewer, which is one of our many underground networks to move around as a Seeker. The sewer is one of the more difficult ones to navigate because of the water.
Let's see what Henry's doing. He'll need to get his stone count up a little bit more here. He's only
a lot more, one might say. But honestly, at this rate, 13 through 15 minutes is not terrible. None of them have died yet. They're in a very good position.
So since we haven't explained this either, each Seeker gets 2 lives. So when they die the first time, they automatically respawn in the safe zone, which is where they turn in the stones. So the only situation where that's a problem is if you throw an Ender Pearl right before you die. So after you respawn, you then land where you're through the Ender Pearl. Otherwise, you are able to turn your stones in guaranteed. So most of the time, you don't have to go back to the safe zone during your first life. So because what's his name? Landon Bio has not turned in his stones yet. That's not necessarily a problem because he's
Bio's going for the Sorcerer's Stone.
He's probably going to turn them in once he dies the first time.
My mom hung up an award with a gavel on it that you can't take off, which is kind of dumb in my opinion, because I want the gavel.
Alright, we'll see if Landon is going back to spawn to turn his 11 stones in right now. It looks like he
I would
is.
not if I was him, because As soon as you have died one time, getting stones in your second life is much harder because your margin for error is basically 0.
So the sorcerer stone that we see a hunter's right behind him actually, but the sorcerer stone that he just got leads into the sewer. He's not going to turn them in. Okay, he went past the.
And if anybody is curious, this hunter trim is almost entirely inspired by me. I don't think the pattern is what I do. I can't tell while they're swimming. But fun fact, if you're a hunter and you're not on the cheese team, you need to be wearing amethyst because that's just the cool thing to do because it's what I do. So, just putting that out there. Oh, we got
It looks like Landon's
a
in
hunter.
trouble
We
here.
got 2 hunter chased down on bio. So Henry really needs to end his drought on his stones while his teammate is dying to both the hunters. Now the good thing about that is that that's 11 stones now turned in for them or for bio, and the 2 hunters are together and also underground. So if we can find where Henry is real quick.
Henry's stuck at this new area that.
Okay,
That one
well,
of the players
Henry,
landed.
it does not look like Henry's going to be able to take advantage of this, but this could be a very good spot. Well, it is a very good spot if he can get himself unstuck and start
I
getting
believe
stones for free.
each of them has 1 life left now. So once one of them is dead, they're out for the rest of the round. So as soon as
When
one
did
of
Henry
them,
die?
I don't remember, but he died like a little earlier. But
Yeah, okay. Actually, Spiral has both of the kills so far. Very good game for Spiral.
So this is a critical point because as soon as one of them is killed, that means it's a 1 versus 2 for the rest of the round, which is really hard to manage as a seeker if you've got 2 people chasing you the
Bio's
whole
left
time.
spawn. He just kind of walked out. I think both hunters were. Oh, he's going up deplorable. I don't think. I'm pretty sure the hunters are nearby in spawn, so that's might not work out
So
for him.
I would expect Henry to try to get the castle Jeff. He's running right past it, but it looks like he's gonna pass over that. I don't know if he's gonna get the Ender Pearl in the city here. It doesn't look like it. I'm not.
Okay,
exactly
Bio
sure what
is
he's
on
trying to do.
top of deplorable, but has not gotten the stone.
Oh.
Is jumping down already. He's on this. Okay, I don't understand what he's doing. The hunters have not come up yet, which is interesting. Because the compass is pointing at him. There's no way it's not.
So according to the chat, the score is now officially 13.
The compasses are about to. Oh, he turned them on. No, turn them off, Bio. Bio. Okay, he's going to die in an attempt to turn the compasses off.
10 minutes remaining.
Both hunters are on him. They are not going to get the kill, it looks like, though. He's actually, if he makes, he somehow is going to make it to the safe zone. I don't understand how he escaped that, but kudos to him. They can't shoot through they shot through the safe zone. You're not allowed to do that. If he had died, that would not have counted. He's looking in leftovers, but I don't think Henry's died twice, so there shouldn't be anything in there. Why is he in leftovers?
Henry might have left like some specific item that he didn't want to use, or I'm not really sure.
Henry has broken his stone drop by getting the dirt stone, which is now by the Dwarven area in beta in that corner.
Where I am right now, this is the safe zone, as you've seen a little bit already, but that's where you turn the stones in. You can see they have 15 points, but they've turned into 13 of them according to the game.
Bio is in the blue tunnel right now, and the nice thing about being in the tunnels is that your name tag is not visible in them. Okay, there's his name tag again. Tunnels are very helpful for seekers escaping. I believe the temple is activated again, so this will be a good time for a seeker to snag it, especially since the hunters don't seem to be prioritizing keeping it on night.
It looks
for waiting so long.
It looks like Henry would be in a pretty good spot to try to get the temple, but he's currently running away from
Beta has been detected, so the radar tower comes through, and now they know that at least one seeker is in beta.
So this is the beta tower right here. I'm looking at it. So you can see that Henry right here is within the radius of the tower. So each radar tower has a 150 block radius, and it'll just go off like that. It scans once every 20 seconds, and if a seeker is within the radius, it will detect them like that.
All right, Bio. At this point, usually seekers, this will be some of the highest stone counts you'll see for like average good games. So he could be going for Heck right here, the Heck Stone. We're a family friendly channel. We would never allude to anything inappropriate or say anything inappropriate, so keep that in mind as you're using the chat. We will insta ban you. No mercy. Gamma has been detected, and that is Bio, who's in the brown area, running back into Russia. Though I believe Henry is the one who started out here. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I do not know the Fizzy Stone has been gotten, which is very interesting.
I don't think it has.
Because the Fizzy Stone is a very, very quick stone to get, but Bio is skipping it.
Okay, so according to the game chat, they are now at 14 points out of 15 that they've collected. So that's a pretty good score now.
Also, the 10-minute mark has already been hit, so hunters are getting more powerful, and the seekers both have 1 life left. So, I mean, one of the most realistic scenarios is that one of the seekers is able to just get as many stones as possible and then die, and then the other seeker turns those in.
So I would say the best move for the hunters is to double team on one of the seekers and just make sure they get them killed. Because then when one seeker's left and they're by themselves, there's just not much they can do. Henry just used a pretty good ender pearl to escape from that hunter. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Rigdon or Spiral who was near him. So it looks like he's maybe home free. I don't know if he's going to try to get the Fizzy Stone right
Bio
here.
is probably going for Dwarven Stone, or maybe he's going to try and get the
The
throne.
Fizzy Stone is the one right here in Russia with the... Nah, it's technically
Also, I do
Russia.
not know, but I believe Bio probably has his throne from Castle Zaxstil, which is probably why he survived earlier.
That's a good point.
But if he's also getting the Dwarven throne, which he is doing, he is going to be pretty hard to kill, which will be very nice if he is able to grab some more stones. But he is actually ascending the Dwarven tower.
Alright, so Spiral is back on the chase with Henry now. He's about, let's say, 30, 40 blocks behind him. So he's got a pretty good
All right,
chase on him.
Bio has the Dwarven city teleporting item. I believe that's what he just grabbed from the top.
Yep, that's what that is.
So he still has time. I don't see any hunters around chasing him. So if he wants, okay, well he left. He could have gotten the throne and the stone. Oh, he's doubling back. Nope, he's going back.
It looks like Henry's in trouble here. He's cornered in Jeff. He's probably gonna die.
Okay, Bio is taking a strange.
All right. So that sound that just played means that
I don't know what he's doing.
is out of the game. So Henry's out now, but he's able to go into spectator and tell his teammate where the hunters are. So he's still able
5 minutes remaining.
I don't know if he wanted to leave the Dwarven city. He should not have jumped off the bridge. I don't know what he's looking for.
Well, he's getting the stone now.
Oh,
I think
okay.
He was trying to find that entrance. So this is the Dwarven stone that he's about to get.
I did not know about that entrance. There are entrances at the top that leads you down a tunnel.
Okay,
that
so
take you to this room.
here is the potentially dangerous situation that this team is in. So because Henry's out of the game and I believe he had stones he had not turned in yet for points, Bio has to make sure that he makes it back to the safe zone because he only has 1 life left. If he doesn't make it back to the safe zone, whatever points they haven't turned in, they just don't get.
I think Henry hasn't turned in 1 stone and Bio has not turned in 1 stone. I think they have 2 stones not turned in, so they are at 14 points.
Yes, I'm at 14 on my count right now, and they're at 16 collected. So they need to make sure they get those.
Slightly unfinished area. Just ignore this, please.
Yeah,
Alright, there's Sam Prince. See, this is what Yerth is about, guys. Not that unfinished dirt area.
Yeah. Yerth is under development still, which is part of the fun.
Bio might be trying to get the Steamy Stone. He's going towards that. No, he's running past it.
Oh, another side note is if the seekers manage to get good enough loot and they can kill a hunter, they also get a point for that as well. So any kills you get against hunters count as a point, just the same as the zones do, but it doesn't happen super often, as you can imagine.
Also, remember, chat, if we get 500 Twitch subs, by the end of August, I will chug a gallon of milk live on stream. So make sure y'all get to subbing as Bio is about to wall. He has 2 hunters on him, 2 points left to turn in. As he walls, he's near Horrible Land because that golden tunnel he ran past would take him directly into Horrible Land.
Spiral is just now in San Fran, so he's got a pretty good lead. Bio has a pretty good lead.
Bio's walled to Horrible Land.
It looks like the new player Boston is beside the volcano in Jormungandr, so
He's gonna
Bio
need to wall.
pretty much has free reign right now on what he gets.
Yeah, Boston's gonna have to wall to keep up, or run back to spawn now. But Bio needs to be careful as well because we hit 5 minutes and it's been at least 2, I would say, since then.
Yeah.
And if he just doesn't get back to spawn, then there's no chance he turns into stones. So, he needs to consider doing that. The Slippy Stone's already been gotten, so I don't think he's doing that. No, the ship's over there. He might be going for the Lava Fortress, but he really needs to make sure he can get back to spawn in time, and he is running out of time, especially considering he doesn't know how much time he has left specifically, but it's under 5.
Yeah, so the players only know how much time they have left when the actual notification pops up in the chat.
2 minutes.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, he doesn't. I honestly don't think he has time for this.
No, he's not going to make it back.
If he goes for the Lava Fortress Stone, I don't think he can make it back in time. If I were him, I'd pop his Dwarven TP item and I run for it.
The only chance he has is if he has an Ender Pearl and he can teleport out of the fortress.
And remember, Bio used his starter pearl to get out of Jormungandr, so unless he's looted one, he's out of luck there. I know for a fact he has the Dwarven TP item, which would put him close to spawn. Close-ish. But he needs to go. He can't get out of the Lava Fortress and all that in time.
He would
Spiral's
need to-
in heck.
He would need to go back right now. He only has like a minute and a half.
Yeah, and the time I've said all of that, it's probably taken up a minute. So, your final score is definitely going to be 14 for this team. He might not even get the Spiral Stone in time, let alone get back to spawn.
The Spire Stone, not the Spiral Stone.
Yeah, well, it's a similar sounding word. And to be honest, I feel like Spiral is appropriate too because you can get very dizzy and twisted around running around the Lava Fortress, especially if it's dark and
He's
your
about
brightness
to,
is not high enough.
make an Ender Pearl throw out of the fortress apparently, but I don't know why he came in here to begin with.
He definitely lost track of time and forgot about the 5-minute mark, and I think the 2-minute mark woke him up.
All right, well, he might. It's going to be very close, but he might be able to make it back to get those last 2 points. He's in brown right now.
I would say he has 30 seconds, probably.
Yeah, I would say
That might be even being generous.
No, I think at least he has 30 seconds. It's hard to say.
The hunters are not going to be able to catch him in time, that's for sure. So he should be fine. He also is regen.
Henry just got kicked. He's having some internet problems, but that doesn't matter. No, I think he's gonna make it.
Well, let's see. He's gonna have to drop them fat. He has to open leftovers, get the stones out of leftovers. Like this.
Oh, never
Yep.
mind. He didn't make
Does
it.
not make it. That's
Okay.
14 points. We can check the chest just to make sure.
Yeah, I will verify the score by checking this chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is the final score.
So not a
Team
bad
Jimmy.
game. It can be quite easy to actually defend, especially if the Seekers are not on their game. Seeker self-deaths are really damaging, so definitely able to still win even with an okay score.
I think the biggest mistakes we saw that round is the failure to utilize daytime at the temple.
The temple was that was the biggest blow. I mean,
And then the second mistake was Henry was stuck up at that new area that's in development, so he wasn't able to necessarily take full advantage of when the hunters weren't chasing him, and he could have gotten a lot more points.
Yeah, the hunters were lucky to not pay for the temple not getting nighttime as soon as they could. Also, another mistake was one of the Seekers, I believe Bio, hit on for the compass instead of off.
That was the new player. He was the
Yeah.
hunter.
He still survived the encounter, I think, because of his regen.
All right. Well, we will have a separate video for round 2. Thank you for watching.